Hello and welcome to this video. I have recently upgraded to the iPhone 13 from an iPhone 7. The point of this video is to see if you should upgrade from an old iPhone to an iPhone 13 just for the video capabilities. So this is what I'm testing it against. It's a really difficult lighting situation. We've got lights, we've got darks, we've got shadows. Let's see how they get on. So I'm using the native camera app and I'm filming in 4K 30 and I'm not using a gimbal. So we can see that the iPhone 7 footage is shakier, whereas the iPhone 13 footage does have some really good stabilization without a gimbal. The iPhone 13 also does a better job handling the dynamic range. What I've done now is I've put both cameras on a gimbal and we've got rid of that shaky footage for the iPhone 7. For the iPhone 13, it hasn't made a great difference to put it on a gimbal, but it is better than just hand holding it. So we can see here we've got the iPhone 13 on a gimbal and it does look smoother. What you'll notice, the dynamic range on the iPhone 13 is much better than it is on the iPhone 7, although you might not be able to see that if you're watching on a standard screen on YouTube. What I've done here is I've taken the iPhone 7 footage and I've edited it so that it's as close as I can get it to the 13 footage. Or you'll notice I can't get it that close to it. Here I'm trying to replicate cinematic mode in the iPhone 7, so I've got something in the foreground, I'm filming at 1080-30 and I'm filming on a gimbal. And I'm comparing that to the iPhone 13 cinematic mode. And again, it's on a gimbal, so the background looks much more defocused and blurry in the cinematic mode compared to the 7. It's not perfect though, because it's quite difficult for the iPhone to pick the focus point out. But don't worry, because in cinematic mode, you can change the focus point afterwards, you can turn cinematic mode off, you can change the depth of field, you have lots of options after you've shot the footage, so that's really good. So what I've done here is I've edited the cinematic mode to make it look more realistic. I've lowered the depth of field so it's not such a shallow depth of field, and I think it makes it look more realistic. Now I filmed those sections on a really bright and sunny day. Tomorrow, one day later, it's a completely different day, but that's really good because it allows me to test out the low light capabilities. So I'm here with the iPhone 7 on 4K 30 and I'm filming in my shed and I'm filming in my mannequin because this is a good test. And you can see the image is very noisy, it's very dark, just using the native camera app. If I use the same settings on the iPhone 13, it's a much brighter image. There isn't as much noise, it's automatically brighter, and it just looks so much more pleasing. So the iPhone 13 definitely is much better in low light. If we switch to the iPhone 13's ultra-wide lens, it's not that bad, but it's starting to have the same noise characteristics as the iPhone 7. So the wide one is definitely better. What I've done now is I've introduced an awful lot of light into this situation using my Godox NED. And we can see using cinematic mode on the iPhone 13, it looks really good. And I've just filmed the same scene, the mannequin with the light, using the iPhone 7. And again, it's okay in this light conditions, but it's no way as good as the iPhone 13. So final thoughts. The iPhone 13, I think, is a big step up from the iPhone 7 and the previous generations in terms of its video capability. Thank you. Goodbye.